All right, what's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled "Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father" at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. This video is entitled "Thoughts on Nashville Waffle House Shooting." Here's the thing. Am I surprised? Absolutely not. Does it make me have rhetorical questions? Absolutely. Because of the extreme level of nonsense. First and foremost, condolences to the families that lost people. To the brother that saved the other people, you are a hero, even though you don't want to admit that or say that. It's great that you're humble like that, but you are a hero, bro. For America, dog, seriously, again, like when Barack Obama was the president, the "what about Chicago" was the weekly statement, and "what about mass shooters" is basically the Trump era "what about Chicago," to be perfectly honest. But the thing about this is this, and I've talked about this before. The reason, in my opinion, this keeps happening is because these type of people don't have consequences for their actions. And, a lot of times when we talk about, young black men being killed and unarmed or breaking the law, not complying, and this negative image and stereotype, is because black men get arrested and detained and sentenced. But these white people, male and female, they don't. They don't get arrested. They don't get tried. They don't get sentenced for the things that they do. So it winds up in situations like these over and over and over again. And, it's funny for a young group of people who have the most advantages in America, you would think they're oppressed. You would think that that something is happening in their communities that's having them fight the system, but it's their system. It's set up to benefit them, but they keep losing it. Like, this young man went to the White House and figured, I need to have a meeting with the president. And the Secret Service is basically who started taking his guns away. By the reports, there's like, yo, we got this dude's off. Going to the White House. I guess he's from Tennessee. So what the hell? He went to the White House and just thought, hey, I'm a white kid. I'm gonna get a meeting with the president. Like, what? But it's because you let these kids do whatever they want, and there are no consequences, no repercussions for none of their actions, and they just spiral out of control until they blow up. But y'all don't care about this. If Secret Service took his guns and his father, dude, you ought to be sued or locked up. Your son got his gun rights, and here's the thing. This is the law enforcement part of it. If the Secret Service has to look at you sideways, but you can still keep your gun, this is what we talking about y'all let white people get away way too much. And he's thinking Taylor Swift is stalking him. Like, okay, here's the thing. I got my handgun license. I got guns. So if I went to the White House a week from now and said something like, hey, what's going on? I'm a conservative. Y'all need to have a meeting with the president. Oh, and by the way, no. My license would be revoked. And all my guns would be taken. They're not going to give them to my dad. No. Take that shit. That's what's going to happen. There's something wrong with this one. Different skin tone, different results. We know this is America. White folks can do shit, black folks can't. I get it, right? But, and then saying, it then comes out that, I think the Migos are stalking me. Every time my phone rings, it goes, walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I... Quavo, fucking off Offset is in my phone. Like, what? And I have been reporting about things like this for years. So it's nothing new for me on my channel, right? Because I remember talking about the years back when they had the Ivy League guys raping the Ivy League girls on campus, and the girls would wind up going to school with their rapists, and they were doing nothing about it, to the point where in the last 4 or 5 years, you've seen this over and over again. And that was years prior to all the news stories. Guys shoving drugging women and shoving pine cones up their vaginas by garbage cans. Like, what? But nah, he gets probation. He's a nice guy. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? You know, I remember when Obama was the president, all the people on national TV making death threats about killing him. Hell, Hillary Clinton, when they were campaigning, made a threat about maybe he gonna get shot. And people just seem to forget that too. So all of this stuff about this, even this Nashville shooter, is not a surprise to me, because, like I said, y'all let kids and grown men get away with stuff that makes no absolute sense, that you know is on a downward spiral. The young lady that said, "Oh, black guys raped her." Nothing's wrong. The young lady who was poisoning, sticking her roommate's toothbrush up her butt, no charges, like stuff like that. The affluenza kid, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta, you know, because I just gotta be fair with this. Do you realize a young black man who was unarmed wrestled a gun away from an armed white kid and threw his gun over the bar and got rid of him and got him out of the establishment after he killed 4 people with that gun? But you cops can't de-escalate a situation with an unarmed black man? Because y'all picked up that kid when he was armed. I mean, his gun was in his backpack, but y'all, like, that's some hella irony, right? And this isn't the first time. You know, this is the problem. Like, you know, running around, that was part of those with ammo-sexuals walking around with assault rifles just because they wanted to. And people was like, not a big problem. The Clive and Bundy thing, you know, they took, you know, first they had a standoff with the FBI. Not a big deal. Then they took over FBI building. We're going to arrest them. And then they were tried and found innocent of occupying a federal building when they were armed. This is why I'm saying, you know, it's no surprise that they have more and more of these shooters. It's really not. It's really not a surprise, you know, because when you're looking into these people's backgrounds, and even with the Bundy thing, there was a time like he didn't pay his taxes for like years and years from and they let him off the hook with that, right? So all of this stuff, when you keep moving the goalposts because these guys crossed the line multiple times, what do you think happens? There's no the guys in Charlottesville. It was a guy who shot a gun at another guy on camera. I don't think he got charged with anything. You think he's not going to shoot at somebody else? You know, really? The guys that beat up the guy in the garage with the pole and the black guy got charged. You really think, like? And here's the thing I gotta say. You know, as black people, we say with our own people, you know, we'll disrespect our own people, but we're terrified of white people. There's a portion of us. And I got to say the same thing about white people. Because white people are screwing y'all over. White people are screwing white people over. And y'all really not, for the most part, going on these mass shootings, just shooting the white people who are screwing you over. You're just shooting random people who are in your same class or people that's not white because you mad. But you're not going to attack the very people who've been gutting you for decades and hundreds of years. You're not. Because you scared. You know, you want to shoot fish in a barrel. It is what it is. It's crazy. Like, to me, it's crazy because it's not like it's not going to be another one of these guys. Like, think of, you know, and to get up to go out shooting people at like 3 a.m. shows you how, like, you really plan this shit out. Like, I know what I'm going to do. Like, you know, think about all of the people who did this. You know, the guy, when Batman was out that was dressed up as the Joker. He planned that shit out. The guy at the concert planned that shit out. Man, you know, all those school shootings planned out. You know, and the same thing goes for that last one when they found out the cop ran when he saw the kid go in with the gun. You see, you know, and all of the videos of guys who have knives and stab police, but they can take them down and have guns and hold them, and there's a standoff and they don't shoot them. Guys that shoot at the police and they don't really get shot, or they get shot in non-lethal areas to drop the gun. All that type of stuff. You know, all the guys who did illegal things but they weren't charged for them. Like, even with George Zimmerman, it made people look at like, damn, this dude is wilding. He's beating up and shooting at every fucking body, but he gets off the hook. And the person that got back at him wound up going to jail. And y'all don't think about this because this is why I say these are my thoughts on stuff like this, because in the white community, y'all don't have a problem with this behavior. The opioid epidemic, the heroin epidemic, right? But since y'all don't want to put a white face of drug dealers on it, it's just gonna pass on, just like meth was passed on. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. You got the bad black crack dealer, and what is it, William Wallace, whatever the fuck that, you know, that's the character from Breaking Bad. This how meth. Yeah, this is cool. Like I said that before, y'all made the movie Crank with Jason Statham. Oh, meth ain't that bad. We're gonna enjoy this. You know, like Blow. That's a comedy, right? What was the other one with Tom Cruise flying the FBI planes, dropping cocaine everywhere? Like, yeah, this is what we do. Y'all criminal behavior is really gonna be the death of y'all. It really is, because though you got hate mongers in your group, the black community is like, you know what? We're not allowing y'all to come in here with a free pass no more, because y'all on something. So you're gonna see more. These guys are really gonna do that to themselves, and they're young, and they misguided, and they're stupid, and y'all been letting these kids get away with this shit for years and years and years and years. You know, you've been giving them guns and letting them have fun and do the mannequin challenge with 95 rifles, and they got a license to kill everything. And the law don't stop them, because the law is on their side. And it's just, okay. But like I said, this is white America's What About Chicago every week. Every week. And the thing about What About Chicago is one city, right? This is nationwide. Every time this happens, it's a different city, different state. And the reasoning is dumber and dumber and dumber. And the history behind the person lets you know. So if all of these shooters are popping up and all of these guys got mental issues, it basically says your whole community got mental issues, and y'all don't know how to parent y'all damn kids. That's what it says. You know, but it is what it is, man. We out.